Welcome to Financial Accounting. I'm going to be your professor, VJ Mays. So, on the next couple of slides, I'm going to introduce myself, give you kind of a little bit of overview, what to expect from class, what accounting is, or whatnot. So, let's continue. As I said, introduce myself, give you a little educational background of myself. Proud graduate of Stone High School, class of 2010. Which for those, Stoughton, small town in Massachusetts, a little outside of Boston, about 25 minutes. That's where I grew up. After that, went to Bryant University, class of 2015, majored in accounting, minored in psychology. I continued my academic journey after that. I recently, in 2024, got my MBA from Boston University. So that's a little background on, sorry, slow down. That's a little background on where I was educationally, kind of what I've where I've been, what I've done. A lot of pretty much business focused on a lot of my educational background. Now going into some of my professional background, I'm currently a senior staff accountant for the FIFA World Cup. I am part of the team that's hosting the games at Gillette Stadium in Boston. So my duties are accounting related from financial statements, tracking billing, revenue recognition, and so on and so forth, that you guys will learn about these functions later on the semester. Prior to that, while I was getting my MBA, I worked at Boston University Financial Affairs. My last position there was Treasury Cash and Forecasting Manager, a little outside of accounting, some similarities. I was a senior accountant there as well. And prior to that, I worked at Boston Medical Center. Question. Why am I teaching you? Strange, but I love accounting. Accounting's been a passion of mine. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm happy that I chose it for a career. I feel like I can make it a little more exciting, a little more engaging for you guys. So I hope that will be able to do that for you guys. Also, want to try something new in my career. As you can see, I've been working pretty much professional jobs, more for big companies. So I thought teaching, give it a try, something more engaging, get to talk to people, get to interact with you guys. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Again, love to talk, make sure I stay on track. I love to talk to people, engage with anybody, talk about accounting, to talk about the weather. I'll talk about anything. Lastly, I believe everyone has capability to learn. So, like I touched on earlier, it's a passion of mine. So, I would love to share that with everybody and make sure that, or I guess, just kind of help push you or push you in your journey of learning. And hopefully, I can be a positive part of that journey. A brief overview of what we will cover this semester. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have an example of the syllabus. So, I'm going to kind of briefly touch on it. So the major topics we'll definitely cover: the accounting cycle, financial statements, what are assets, what are liabilities, what is equity, and then GAAP principles. GAAP stands for generally accepted accounting principles. So they're kind of the governing board in the United States that sets the standard for accounting. So that's kind of briefly what we're going to touch over. I know definitely we're going to have more time to go into each of the topics throughout the semester, but we're going to primarily focus, yeah, on the accounting cycle from journal entries, well, even credits and debits, journal entries, accruals. Oh, sorry, my slides. I moved a little bit too quick. Financial statements, if you guys are familiar, have any prior knowledge, your traditional balance sheet, cash flow statement, and profit and loss statement. So that's just kind of some things that we will cover over the semester. So now we're going to touch on how will this class run. Your grade will be made up of the course will be made up of weekly quizzes, some group projects, of course, midterm and final. So that would be pretty much our assessments. So weekly, 20% of your grade will be made up of those quizzes. A group project will be 25% of your grade. Midterm, 25% of your grade. And the final, 30% of your grade. The prep for class to, I guess, to make sure you're prepared, it will be light readings, short videos. Hopefully they should be a little engaging. And they relate to the topics that we covered that week. Participation, I'm looking from you guys. There'll be in-class polls, like taking in-class polls from beginning of class just to kind of gauge where you guys are, just to kind of do a filler out. Um, Peer feedback from each other. There's different assignments and topics you guys will have the opportunity to get and gather feedback from each other. And then, of course, my office hours, the door will be open. I will share that time with you. You can ask me any questions, go over homework, concerns, pretty much anything you would like. I guess we'll kind of touch on like our learning contract. That's what if you would like to call it. Um, this is how we learn together. I respect diverse perspectives. Come as you are. Share your views. Share your opinion. Share your experience. It all matters. So don't feel shy. I respect academic integrity. As you all know, you guys are college students. Follow the rules. Follow your handbook. We can touch on that, but I don't foresee that really being an issue. I want to stress that I have flexibility for life events. You guys are adults. Things happen. So the more you speak to me ahead of time, we can work and deal with each other. And I don't want to burden you guys during your learning experience. That's not the goal. I'm going to try my best and please speak up and ask for help when necessary to use inclusive tools. I'm going to record the classes, use different visual aids and alternate formats for those that want the slides earlier, etc. So if that is you, please reach out to me. And if you don't feel comfortable, you can privately send me an email and yeah, we can work on that. And then I guess a big thing, we're going to reflect on our goals and then engagement style. So that can always change. I want you guys to be active. Tell me what I'm doing well, what I'm not doing well, what is working for you guys. And also, I want to make sure I'm matching your goals. So later on in the semester, I'm gonna have you guys write your goals for what you want in this class. So my job is to help you get that. So that kind of concludes our intro or my intro. So again, I'll be your professor, VJ Hayes. Briefly touched on kind of what we're going to cover throughout the semester. Very brief overview. Um, my expectations from you, and also what I hopefully will be able to provide for you. So we look forward to a great semester, and I will talk to you guys and continue after a short break.